Another day, another video, and today is just a little casual review of Apex. I'm gonna try and make it a little quicker because I already made this and it was around like 16 minutes long, so I'm just gonna do like very quick points of what I like and what I don't like about Apex. Honestly, I love the game. By the way, I'm gonna talk about it. I really like the game. I don't know if it's for you because some people are like in Warzone. So first thing I like about it, map size. Map size is very small, not like cramped small, but like smaller than other maps in VR. So it feels like you're always in action, and it feels like you're always alert because it feels like a lot more faster than Warzone or PUBG or some maybe even smaller than Fortnite. It may not be, but it feels a little smaller because the flow of the game feels faster, which goes into the second thing, which is movement. Movement feels a lot faster. It feels like you're traveling a lot faster than other BRs. So like at Warzone, you feel slow. It feels like you're taking a long time to walk around the map, and it's probably because they limit the amount of sprint whenever you run. Yeah, unlike in Apex where it's not limited, at least I don't think so. It doesn't feel like it's limited, so you run forever. And well, Call of Duty is like double tap is limited, but running isn't. But running in that game, it feels very clunky. It feels very slow, and the map's big. So Apex has like a lot smaller map. It feels like a medium-sized map for BRs, but the movement feels a lot faster. So it feels like you're always keeping up a pace, and it feels like the zone doesn't really affect you unless you're on the other side of the map whenever the zone is starting to move. Because if you're in an area where the zone is like across the map and you're in the other side, obviously the zone's gonna feel like it's a lot faster than you. But that's the only time whenever I feel like the movement is slower, and it feels like the movement is not as fast as you actually think it is. And one thing I want to say, all the characters have the same movement, so the smaller characters also have the same amount of movement speed as the bigger character. So that's the thing I like, because I don't like whenever I feel like I'm being taken advantage of because of my speed, because I'm just a taller or girthier character. Even though everybody has the same health, it's just that he has a bigger, I guess bigger hitbox, but they also have abilities that help them fend off smaller characters. So like Gibraltar has a shield, and I always forget the Legends characters that I don't really use, or I use too much because I don't really check them. So next point, the guns feel balanced except for close range guns. So like shotguns, they feel a lot more effective than other guns. Close range, they feel a little bit too effective, but it's their shotguns. They're supposed to be that effective close range. So you just have to realize, oh, he has a shotgun, back up, and if he chases you, obviously it's gonna be harder for you to run. But it's usually you just hold triangle if you're playing on consoles. You hold the top button or the button with you're swapping the guns, and you run. So like, I'm not saying like run away to you don't see the person. At least back up for a bit, because obviously those people are gonna stick out with their guns, or their shotguns if they're playing close range gunfight. So it feels very easy to counter shotguns, and also that's usually a different ammo, because shotguns have their own ammo, and then you have the other guns, so it's probably going to be a heavy ammo or light ammo gun. So if you back up and then make them use up all their ammo on their long range weapon, it's going to be easier to counter them. So I like the balance on the guns, and so yeah, the balance in the guns are doesn't feel like vulnerable whenever you see somebody with a shotgun. It doesn't feel like it's impossible to beat them. And also, if they don't hit their shots, obviously it's going to be impossible for the shotgun guys to kill you, because it's not like they can hit fire and get the same amount of damage. They're going to get less significant damage. The other point, I think the abilities on the in the game feel like they suit the characters, and it feels like it suits the maps. It feels like it's just very smooth, and it feels like they have a purpose. They don't feel like they're too advantaged. Like if they have a certain ability, it doesn't feel like they're vulnerable, and it doesn't feel like if you don't have a certain ability, it doesn't feel like you're vulnerable, pretty much. So the only bad thing about this game, at least I feel like, is shotguns are a little too strong, because sometimes you get those lucky shots with those casual players. So that's the only bad thing, I think. And also it feels like you have to pay in this game, because once you really get into it, it's not because it's pay to win. It's just that it feels like you're very limited whenever you're doing a season pass, when you're doing free to play content. I don't really like games that do battle pass, because it feels like I'm missing out on a lot whenever you pay for them. But whenever you don't pay for them, I'm sorry, I said whenever you pay for them. Whenever you don't pay for them, it feels like you're missing out on a lot, but you're actually not. But in this game, it feels like you actually are missing out on a lot, because they trick you, because they let you do the battle pass in free to play, but it's limited to half, and it's also very less what am I trying to say? Very less content that they give you. While the other content feels a lot more. It does give you a lot more, and it does give you a lot better skins and all that. That's a downside I don't really like, because it feels like free-to-play players like me, even though I can pay, I just don't really want to, because it is a free-to-play game, but they have to make their money somehow. And I would pay for it, but I'm a cheapskate. And also I come from free-to-play MMOs, so that kind of influenced me to not pay for stuff. Another thing that I like, it feels like if you learn the recoil, you're 1,000 times better than casual players. It feels rewarding to learn how to play. It's not like other games like in COD, whenever you could just hip fire a gun, and it feels some guns are better than others, and if casual players get their hands on those, it feels like you can't even outgun them. While in this game, all the guns are balanced, and they have certain recoils, and if you learn the recoil, you'll be able to outgun them, obviously. Anything else I like about it? The skins look very nice. Skins are probably the best I've seen, besides League of Legends and certain MMOs. Certain MMOs have better skins, like obviously BDO has better skins and all that, but like their MMOs, they're mostly based on the skins of their armor and all that. But for FPS, this is probably the best I've seen, except for Valorant, but those are very expensive. Those are just weapon skins. These is like character skins as well. What else? It feels like the gun variety is a lot, but it doesn't feel like it's too much. Yeah, like you know every gun, but it also feels like to where you have so much variety, you can try everything, and most of the guns are very balanced. Almost every gun is very balanced, except for the Havoc. Yeah, like the balancing in this game is great with the guns. It's probably the best I've seen in certain games out of this year's games and past games. But the Havoc is a little broken once you learn the recoil, but that's only for higher tier guys. Like if you're casual, you won't really see a difference, except for like guns that have higher rate of fire. But if you hit fire, sometimes you don't even hit the person. So I think this is where I'm ended. That's just some of the stuff that I like. I'm just gonna give you a final rating. I give it like an 8.5. It's just certain things that they have to fix, like shotguns sometimes when you hit fire, or whenever you just aim in certain shotguns, like the Mastiff. Feels like you just hit them once, they're like you don't even hit them at the head, and you just get a simple body shot, and it does like 92 damage. But if you have like shields, you'll be able to fight them off, but still. But That's not that big of a that's not that big of a thing that to the point where I'm saying wow the game is bad just because of shotguns. I'm just saying that like sometimes they get really lucky, but that's the only thing I don't really like. Yeah, I'm just saying 8.5 because it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel as polished as other games. And obviously the player base isn't as big because other players have moved on to different games because they didn't really give us enough content whenever it first came out. That's the only thing I don't really like, because sometimes it could take quite a while to get in a game because players just stop playing at certain times, and it's like prime hours you can get a game fast, but whenever I want to play like late at night I can't really find a game. That's the only thing I don't really like. But this is where I'm gonna end it. I love you all, and next video probably be MMO or how Toronto Ultra won their home series, but I don't know yet. Hopefully I'm gonna get back on my schedule to a video every other day. It's just that sometimes I just don't find the motivation to make the video, but I still want to make it. Obviously with this video I thought about it every day until I made it right now. It's gonna be it. Love you all, and I'll see you on the next one.